Hello all, and welcome to another summary of our Vampire Rebirth campaign using the Vampire the Masquerade system. We opened up with a quick downtime night, giving the kindred a chance to split up and get some things done quickly. Louisa decided she would hunt and finish Gloom Frank, preparing him to be her personal ghoul and limo driver. Meanwhile, Victoria, hired by a local venture, tracked Alistair from a house into what looked like a rundown cinema. There she discovered it was very different inside, seeming to have studies and staff and important others, but not a movie theater like it would seem. She was eventually chased off and got to eat a little on her way out. Estelle researched what it means to be human and maybe how to be human again, and discovered two potential witnesses, as it were, that there was something different. Corina Sue, a Toreador, and Jomaine Hence, a Bruja, that she would decide she would look deeper into. Meanwhile, the others. Meanwhile, Jack and Arthur went together to meet the Jackal, meeting a man dressed in a mask after they were brought there by thugs with bags over their heads. They made an arrangement to buy a gun. Eventually, an agreement was reached, and they were sent off with Mortis, the no-neck being who brought them to a rundown mansion, and there things got complicated. Mortis was forced to turn them away and complete the transaction without their assistance, though there was quite a bit of concern. Meanwhile, Joey spent his time recovering, getting some blood, relaxing, restoring some will, and healing some of that aggravated damage. The next night, as the crew got together, they exchanged some of their information but still had work to do. Jack and Arthur went to the hospital and hopefully destroy the last bit of credit of the ghost hunters. There, they tried to convince the other two that the one who was there on cocaine was actually the person who bought it. Trying to convince them and getting them to pay, they said they would pay but had to go get their things. Unfortunately, this was interrupted by the Malkavian as they wandered off, causing the others to leave abruptly. Jack and Arthur getting out of there before things get too vicious and making their way to Elysium. Victoria, meanwhile, reported to the venture that hired her, told him the information she discovered, and went to finish ghouling her would-be hunter. Fully ghouled and explaining as much as he could to it, Victoria decided that she was done with them and wanted to get some answers about her necklace, so also headed to Elysium. Showed it to one of the people there before calling Estelle. Meanwhile, Louisa decided that she would finish with the ghoul and get the limo driver driving to Estelle to help her kind of pull off the last of this ruse. There they were jumped by thugs who were scared off as Estelle came out bleeding profusely, and there was concerns. Finishing the ghouling and sending Estelle back, Estelle arranged meetings with different Toreador to try and find out this. One was with Ms. Rosewood, where she discovered that Rosewood was the grandchilder of the Toreador she had looked up. Eventually she was called to Elysium to try and unravel some things. And finally, Louisa went to Joey. He had had a chance to heal up and hunt, and they were discussing what to do with the apartment. After forcing Marco to frenzy, the two decided to get other opinions and start setting some things up, but also headed to Elysium, given the prince planned to hear what had been uncovered. And with that, we will open up with the prince's arrival. Hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you next session. Goodbye, all.